Yep. We live. Yep. Test. Let me know how this mic's sounding. Let's start this TikTok live. I'm gonna see what it's talking about. We got alerts beeping. Let me know how the mic sound when y'all hop in here. Let me know how the mic sound. Give me 1 second, y'all. I feel like the bio got a lot shorter. So I'll do it. Let's see what this live talking about. Let me see if anyone's on here. Well, I'm gonna go live during this time. Let me see if anyone's in here. We got one person in here. Shout out to whoever's on here. Let me know in the comments who's on here. We're gonna be testing out YouTube live right now, especially while we test out TikTok. Shout out to those that hit the follow button because we just got banned earlier today. Shout out to those that hit the follow button. Let's get this live going. See what they're talking about this live. Last month. It kind of got me shadow banned on here, but we're gonna. I gotta do some stuff on here. My shit's messed up. We're gonna keep it pushing. I'll fix this stuff after the live. What's going on, Soul Shine? What's going on, User? What's going on, Fred? What's going on, Jake? What's going on, Bianca? What's going on, Raphael? I see y'all in here. All right, so I gotta fix some settings because my stuff's kind of messed up still. But make sure you read the top comment when you hop in here. Make sure you read the title. We're gonna get started. We got a bunch of people hopping in already. We're gonna get started once we get to 1K likes. But in the meantime, you got any questions, drop in the chat. When looking at your charts, drop in the chat. But just like the title says, we're going to be exposing chart secrets. We're going to be breaking down how to read the charts. We're going to be going over a few trades we've taken last week, last month, and all that good stuff. And we're going to be showing you how simple trading really is. All right. And those that have to leave late or join, those that have to leave early or join late, everything we're breaking down. I got videos on YouTube breaking all this stuff down. YouTube is in the bio. Free signals in the bio. All that good stuff's in the bio. What's going on, Jose? I see you in here. Yeah, so we're going to get started once we get to 1K likes. But in the meantime, like I said, you got any questions, jump in the chat. Make sure to scroll to the top. I can't pin comments. I got to fix the settings when I get a chance. So I might every now and then copy and paste this comment just to make my life easier right now. we went 32-5 last month. We went 3-1 last week, 8-1 the week before that. Free signal room, and YouTube's in the bio. We're going to break all that down in a little bit. Also, make sure to follow me on here because we go live at least 3 times a week during this time, but we live stream and live trade every day. London session 3 and EST on YouTube. What's going on, Stay Bound? I see you here. What's going on, Kita? Appreciate everybody to hit the follow button when we got banned earlier today on my other page. All right, so we're going to get started a little bit. As far as what I'm looking at, still looking at the same setups from London session. When y'all join the free signal, make sure to watch the Sunday chart analysis, all right? We went over what we're looking at this week and all that good stuff. What's going on, Jonathan? I see you in here. I appreciate that. Let me know how the mic sound. But yeah, we're going to get started with the breakdown of the lesson. Once we get to 1K likes. In the meantime, though, I'll be answering questions throughout the whole live. If you got any questions, drop in the chat. When you're looking at your charts, drop in the chat. Everything we're going to be breaking down, this works on literally anything with candlesticks. It's not just Forex. It's not just gold. All the charts are going to have the title somewhere on the screen. All right, but this works on crypto, options, stocks, futures, indices, gold, oil, Forex. It works on literally anything with charts and candlesticks. And we're going to be going over how easy it is to read the charts. Once we get to 1K likes, I'm buying Tesla. What was your entry? Appreciate the follow, Kyle. What was your entry, D? We can take a look at it. Appreciate the follow, Jesse. What's going on, Apple users? What's going on, Pooh? What's going on, Kurt? What's going on, RG? 198. All right, let's take a look at it. Markets are kind of slow right now anyways. We can take a look at that. You guys got any questions? Drop in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop in the chat. You said you took a buy at what price? 198. Okay, you're up in profit. Price is kind of retracing right now. What's your TP? What's going on, Aubrey? I see you in here. You're nice in profit. It hit a resistance level at around 217, 216. As we can see right here, this is 217, 216. You literally see as soon as price hit that level, we got a huge candlestick rejecting that level as soon as it hit this level. And then to the left, we see this how this same level is a support level. Strong support can be strong resistance. We keep scrolling. We see this level of support resistance in the past as well. So yeah, for it to continue to push up, it's going to have to break that level and trade out support. But looking on the daily, we are kind of seeing a retracement or a possible lower low come into play because we was bullish for a little bit because we see these lows right here. The price made a high, failed to make a higher high, and the price rejected it, made a low, failed to make another higher high. So if it breaks past 209, especially with his 207, we could see a lower low get made. So yeah, I don't know what your TP is, but it is retracing right now. So just make sure not to let your winner turn to a loser. But you got a good position. So we're going to be watching gold right now. We're going to see if we can break this low. We can break this low. I'm not against taking a sell setup here. We took some nice sell setups last week on it. We called the beginning of the downtrend last week as well. And prior to that drop, we was catching literally all the higher highs up until that point. And we're going to be breaking all this stuff down. Well, let me get off the weekly first. I was like, that doesn't look right. There we go. Prior to the reversal, we caught this entire drop down day after day. And then after price showed us the uptrend was coming into play, we caught the first higher high, the second higher high, the third higher high. Then after price failed to make the higher high, I started calling sells. We caught the entirety of the candlestick that day. We caught the retracement into the lower low on Thursday going into Friday. And right now we're about to see if price can break this next support resistance level. And we can see another sell setup. So we're going to be breaking this down. We're going to be breaking down a few other charts, but just like the title says, we're going to be exposing the secrets to the charts or exposing chart secrets, however it's titled. All right, we're going to get started once we get to 1K likes. We have 960. We got 7 people up in here. Y'all just all spam tap the screen for 5 seconds. We can get to that easily, and then we're going to get started with this lesson in the breakdown. Like I said, you got any questions, drop in the chat. When we're looking at your charts, drop in the chat. But yeah, we're going to be breaking all this stuff down. We're still looking at the charts. So let me put my other charts up too. Mike sounds good. All right, perfect. What's going on, Danny? I see you in here. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, so we're live on YouTube as well right now. Y'all on TikTok. I'm going to start going live on YouTube at this time as well. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep it how it was before. So we're gonna be going live on TikTok and YouTube, just like London session as well. But these, like I said, are recorded for the YouTube members. But of course, we're gonna be live for the open. We go live at least 3 times a week during New York session, but we live stream every day. London session 3 and EST on YouTube. Appreciate all the likes. I see y'all hitting that screen. All right, cool. Wait, you said maybe I'll hold out to. Are you day trading it? Or are you like doing like a long-term investment? I was talking about day trading. If you're doing a long-term investment, that's a whole different thing. We'd have to look at it a different way. So let me know if you're day trading it or if you're like actually like doing a long-term investment. Because you're doing a long-term investment, that's a completely different thing. You said you'll hold off to next year. Now you got me thinking. I thought you was day trading. If you're not day trading, that's a whole different thing. So let me know which one you're doing. But we got to the 1K light, so we're gonna get started in a little bit. So let me put my other chart up so I can keep an eye on gold, because gold looks like it's about to try to do something. Let me cut you to the comments before we get it started. Appreciate the follow, Kyle. What's going on, 727? Cool. Job pen. I see you in here too. I bet. So the first thing you got to understand when you're trying to trade, no matter where you're at, you just started, beginner, intermediate, doesn't matter. You got to first understand how to read the charts. All right. You can't just understand or know when to enter a trade, but you got to understand why price is doing what it's doing. Because when you understand why price is doing what it's doing at all times, then you're going to understand what it's doing while you're in the trade versus, oh, I know when price does this, I should go for a buy. Or when price does this, I should go for a sell. Or when my indicator does this, I should enter. But you need to understand why. Because when you understand why, you're going to know when to close a trade, right? You're going to know when to hold a trade. And ultimately, you're going to understand what's going on. You're going to be a lot less stressed. Because a lot of the stress and anxiety that comes with trading is because you don't understand what's going on, right? You have your money on the line, your hard-earned money, you got it at risk. You don't know what's going on. And then when you're in drawdown, that's when you really start to, shit yourself, because you're like, okay, now my money's at risk. I could potentially lose this trade. And 9 times out of 10, a beginner trader is either over leveraging or under leveraging, right? Well, a lot of people over leverage on the losers, under leverage on the winners, but it also has to do with risk to reward. So we're going to be breaking all that stuff down, right? The first thing you got to understand is how to read the charts, because that's how we make our bread, right? We enter our position based on what the charts are doing. So I'm going to break down how simple it is to read the charts, but the charts only are ever making these 3 chart patterns. And then those on YouTube, I got a video breaking down these videos as well. And if you're on TikTok, YouTube's in the bio, so you can click the bio. We're also live on YouTube right now. I'm gonna drop a couple of them in the live chart live stream right now. Those that can leave early or join late, everything we're breaking down from beginning to end, I got videos on YouTube breaking all this stuff down. But the first thing you got to understand is how to read the charts, right? So the price is only going to be ever in these 3 cycles, and we're going to break these 3 cycles down in a second after I drop these videos in the YouTube chat really quick. Like I said, you got any questions, drop in the chat, but we're about to break this down in a second. Let me just find these videos really quick. Those joining in, make sure to read the comment I'm just dropping. I got to fix my settings on here. I went 32.5 last month, 3.1 last week. Free signal on YouTube is in the bio. All right, we're currently 1.0 this today. We're looking for some more settings. I'm watching gold. I'm waiting to see if gold can break this level. We're going to get started with 3 cycles, how to identify them, how to read them in a second. I just got to find these videos and drop them in the chat really quick on YouTube. Free signals in the bio, YouTube's in the bio, all that good stuff's in the bio. What's going on? Who's up in here? What's going on? Love the streams. I appreciate that. We ain't going anywhere. We're going to keep it going. To the end of this year, next year, year after that, we're not going anywhere. All right, give me 1 second. I just got to find these videos. I've been posting a lot more lately, so it's kind of been harder to track where my videos usually be at compared to like last month. All right, bam. All right, I sent those out, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Appreciate the likes. I see you, Richard. Spamming the screen. I see you also, Job Pin. What's going on, Health Family Wealth? Let me go ahead and Yeah, I gotta fix my settings. I can't do it right now, health family. I got you later though. I can't do it right now. So let me make sure I'm not missing any comments, and we're gonna keep it pushing. All right, cool. I don't see anything. All right. So first thing you gotta understand is how price moves, right? So I need y'all to start training your eyes to read price this way. Price moves and pivots. All right. Price moves and pivots. Lows and highs, lows and highs, lows and highs. Depending on the direction price is going, like we're in an uptrend, it moves in higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. If we're in a downtrend or bearish, price moves in lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. It's literally all in its name, right? And when price isn't in a clean uptrend or downtrend, which is not always in, that's what y'all call consolidation, sideways market, levels of traffic, ranging, even liquidity on smaller time frames. It's all the same stuff, just different names for it. It's all the same stuff. So you don't want to look for trades when price is consolidated. You want to patiently wait for price to do one of two things: either break above that level, trade as support and go for buys, or break below that level, trade as resistance and go for sells. For the one in the chat that makes sense, put a 2 of our lost draw. For the one in the chat that makes sense, put a 2 of our lost draw. Like I said, you got any questions, drop them in the chat. That's gold going off. We just broke this level, so we're going to see how it reacts this next 5 and 15 minutes. Because again, it's been just bouncing. This is what it did on Friday. Hit that level. You see, as soon as it hit that level, what happened? Price treated as support. Literally, as soon as it hit that level, rejected. Hit the same level again, rejected. We go right here, hit the same level, rejected. Now we're waiting for price, since we're looking for a sell, to treat the support level as a resistance, just like we did here. Waiting for price to treat this support level, right? Bounce support level to a resistance. We went for the sell. Waiting for price to treat the support level as a resistance. We went for the sell. And it's vice versa for buys. It's vice versa for buys. Right? This is NAS100. Wait for price to treat a level from resistance to support, go for buys. Level from resistance to support, go for buys. Now these levels are kind of off because I just updated and cleaned my charts up from last week. I redo my levels every week, so they're not going to look exactly the same as they were last week, but you can still see how price is treating these levels support resistance. Maybe I think SPX is a little bit cleaner. But put a one in the chat that makes sense, put 2 of our lost draw. And like I said, you got any questions, drop in the chat. When you're looking at the charts, drop in the chat. My levels, they don't look the same. But I like to keep my long and short position. So we're going to find some more examples to break this stuff down. But first, we're going to break down how to identify these 3 cycles, identify the trend, the continuation of the trend, or possible reversals. Because again, first thing you got to get down and understand when you're trying to trade is how to read the charts. And the first part is you got to identify the trend, because the trend is going to tell you what position to go for. If we're in a downtrend, like I said, you only want to look for sells. If we're in an uptrend, you only want to look for buys. All right. Now, when you identify the trend, you want to start off on the daily time frame. You watch any of my trade breakdowns. I do it the same way all the time. I break it down the same way all the time. Watch any of my Sunday chart analysis. Like you watch this Sunday's chart analysis. I did the same exact thing in this Sunday chart analysis, right? In the free signal, I drop a Sunday chart analysis every week going over what I see price doing. I dropped this last night at 10:22 p.m. Literally 2 hours later, GJ and EJ went as projected, and then a lot of the trades we took. And also missed last week, I broke down in last week's Sunday chart analysis, and this is a consistent thing. So we're going to be breaking down how I'm able to project things happening, not just a day from now, but the entire week, and how you can do the same thing, all right? So again, the reason why you want to start on the daily time frame, again, I'm not saying you want to trade strictly on the daily time frame. I'm not saying you're staying on the daily time frame. You're strictly just starting on the daily time frame to identify the trend, because price moves on a day-by-day, week-by-week, month-by-month basis. If you jump straight to a 1 minute, 5 minute, whatever minute chart, you're going to be missing the actual structure and direction price is going. You're only going to see what price has been doing for the session or the past hour or so. We need to understand and see what price has been doing for the past week, the past month, and the past quarter. All right. And we're going to be breaking down why it's important to follow the flow of price on the daily time frame, and what happens if you don't look on the daily time frame first and immediately jump on a smaller time frame. So before we get started, I'm gonna cut you to the comments, and we're gonna keep it pushing. And like I said, all the stuff we're breaking down, I got videos on YouTube breaking all this stuff down. And then we're still looking at gold. That's not gold. We're still looking at gold. to hit that level. But as we can see when we scroll back down, it's still kind of struggling to hold and stay underneath that level. So we're going to see what happens this next 5 and 15 minute and all that good stuff. Let me see what y'all talking about though. Those joining the live, make sure to read the comment I'm just sending. All right, make sure to read the title, because like the title says, in a second we're going to be exposing the chart secrets. Excuse me, we're going to be exposing the chart secrets. Let me just fix this typo. All right, free signals in the bio, YouTube's in the bio, all that good stuff's in the bio. What's going on, YG? Appreciate you spamming the screen. Richard, who else in here doing that? What's going on, Shay Shay? What's going on, Lollipop? I trade currency. I trade ups and downs. All right. We're going to be going over that a little bit as well. What's going on, Muff Diver? Making sure I'm not missing any comments. Ones. All right, cool. All right, cool. I'm not missing any comments. All right, cool. So we're going to get started and keep it pushing. Like I said, in the meantime, I'm checking the comments every now and then. You got any questions, drop in the chat. When we're looking at charts, drop in the chat. All right, so we're going to be breaking down a few examples of how to identify the trends, and then we're going to be tying it together how we follow these rules to catch the moves we caught last week, last month, this week, in the future, and literally every week. We're going to be breaking all that stuff down. We're going to be tying it all together. Let's see what chart we're going to do. And again, all this stuff works on literally any chart. And these rules apply to every time frame, but again, the daily time frame is more powerful than the smaller time frames. And again, you want to identify the trends starting on the daily. It doesn't matter if you're scalping, swing trading, intraday trading, it does not matter. All right, the trend is your friend. So we're going to break this down. We're going to start off with the simple one. Yeah, we're going to start off with the simple one. All right. So let me put up what this chart is. This is NAS100 on the daily time frame. So let me put that on the screen. We're about to break all this stuff down. We're about to break it down candlestick, pivot by pivot, all that good stuff. So looking at NAS100 right here, which one of these 3 cycles do you think price is in? Looking at NAS100, which one of these 3 cycles do you think price is in? Do you think it's in consolidation, uptrend bullish, downtrend bearish? Which one of these 3 cycles do you think NAS100 is in right here? Let me know in the chat. Which one of those 3 cycles do you think we're in right now? I'm still looking at the charts in real time, but again, price is just ranging right now. Just got to be patient and wait, just like last week. But let me know in the chat which one of these 3 cycles we're in right now. Let me know. What do you think about lithium stocks? We can look at it. Or is that like a specific stock or option? Well, let me look. We're going to look at that. What is that, like LAC, right? Yeah, we can look at that. Let me see what else people are talking about. I got it on my other screen so we don't forget about it, but we can look at that in a second. I'm going to start the first portion of the lesson. But I got that on my other screen so I won't forget. Let's see what else y'all talking about in here. Let's see what else y'all talking about. Appreciate all the likes, y'all, too. Y'all been going crazy. We got 13 people in here. All right, y'all all spam tap the screen for 5 seconds. Let's get the 7K likes. We can get the 7K likes easily. Let me see, make sure I'm not missing any comments. We need to wait for gold to break and retest. Yeah, that's what we're waiting on. So we're waiting on gold to treat this level as a resistance. Because again, you want to enter sells off resistance, you want to enter buys off support. Sells off resistance, buys off support. Right? Buys off support. Buys off support. Sells off resistance. Sells off resistance. So just saw gold last week treat those levels before they broke through it. We want to avoid unnecessary losses. Because imagine if we would have went for a sell here just because price hit this level, we would have took an unnecessary loss. Imagine we went for a sell just because price hit this level, we would have took an unnecessary loss, right? Same thing here. What if we went for a sell just because price hit this level, we would have took an unnecessary loss. That's when y'all talk about y'all be getting liquidated and all that good stuff. So we want to patiently wait for price to show us that it's ready to make that next move, right? Because we look right here, price hit this level, consolidated, rejected, and it didn't make this next move happen until the next day. And look what happened. When price broke that level, you can clearly see how price showed us it was ready to do that move. So that's what we're waiting on right now. Because again, we do not control the markets, and price will always show us what it's trying to do. That's why I stress so much to understand how to read the charts, because when you read the charts, it's going to become a lot easier to trade, and it's going to become a lot easier for you to just patiently wait, because you're going to understand that, you know, if I take this trade or rush the trade, I might get lucky, but we're not trying to get lucky. We're trying to find something that's consistent and works. And again, we can clearly see here, all the other 3 times price hit this level, it did not just break through and treat as resistance. Even on the way up, when we was catching those buys last month, price didn't just break this level. It had to do a retest, confirmation, push up, consolidated a little bit here before it broke that level. So price rarely just shoots straight up. And if it does break that level with volume, it's going to retrace at some point and retest before it hits the next level. All right. So yeah, that's what we're waiting for price to hold that level as resistance, which is trying to right now. So we might see something happen in the next hour or so. But even on the 5 minute, we can kind of see right here how price is just chilling on this level. So that's what we're waiting on for gold. Gold to try to hold that level as resistance. Once price shows us it's holding that level as resistance, then I'm not against going for sells. Until then, until my confirmations are met, I'm just letting price do its thing. I am liking how it's looking. That's why I got it on my charts right now. Appreciate the follow, Angel, for you. What do you? Oh yeah, I got that on the screen. We're gonna look at that after we finish this. Bearish, downtrend. This is TradingView. This website is TradingView. It's completely free. I do have the paid version. So if you want bar replay, you have to pay for the monthly or yearly. The monthly is like 15 or 20 bucks a month. The yearly is like 200 a year. But everything besides bar replay is free. Like these path tools, the long and short positions, the horizontal lines, typing up on here, all that stuff's free. There's only a couple things that aren't free. But yeah, this is a completely free website. This is TradingView. All right, cool. I caught all the comments. What's going on, turtlenecking? All right, so we're going to break this stuff down. So like y'all said, we're bearish in a downtrend. So since we're in a downtrend, what do you think we should be looking for, buys or sells? Let me know in the chat. Since we're in a downtrend, what do you think we should be looking for, buys or sells? What's going on, Lake? And I see you in here. Those that just joined, make sure to read the comment I just posted. We went 32-5 last month, 3-1 last week. Free signal in the YouTube in the bio. Make sure to follow me here as well, because we do lives like this at least 3 times a week during New York session. But we live every day. London session 3 and EST on YouTube. And we also post weekly content on YouTube from trade breakdowns, trading tip videos, trading psychology videos, trading plan videos. Just dropped the trade breakdown on Saturday. Dropped a few trading tip videos last week as well. So make sure to check that out once y'all leave or after the live ends. All right, YouTube free signal, all that good stuff's in the bio. And we're gonna pull up the free signal in a little bit as well. But I want to start this breakdown a little bit first before we do all that stuff. But if y'all want to go ahead and check it out right now, you can do that as well. Sells, exactly. So since we're in a downtrend, we should only look for sells. Even if price is showing a green candlestick, we still want to patiently look for sells. Now, why is that? Because again, just like the title and the name entails, we're in a downtrend. We're trending downwards. That means price is going down majority of the time. Since we do not control the markets, but we understand price is going down 80-90% of the time, it logically makes sense to only look for sell setups. Even if price is retracing, you should still only be looking for sell setups. You watched any of my live streams last week. I'm going to show you some perfect examples of why you want to follow the flow of price. You watched my live streams last week. Even when price was retracing, even when price retraced for an entire day, 2 days, I didn't go against the trend. I just waited for the next entry point. And 9 times out of 10, when you patiently wait for the actual move, which in a downtrend is the lower low, not the lower high. The lower high is the retracement. The move down is way bigger than the move up. Just like in the uptrend, the move up is way bigger than the move down. And we can literally see that when we look at NAS100. We see way more red candlesticks than green candlesticks. And then the move down, the lower low, way bigger than the move lower high. Lower low, way bigger than the lower high. Lower low, bigger than the lower high. Lower high, lower low, way bigger than the lower high. Lower low, way bigger than the lower high. So again, if we see all this stuff, 2 plus 2 equals 4, right? It doesn't make any sense to go for a buy when the move up is way smaller than the move down, and then it's only a 20, 30, 40% chance it's going to go up anyways, but we understand it's going down most of the time. So that's why the trend is your friend. That's why I always tell my members and students, everything showing you sells, just look for sales. Keep it simple. Everything showing you buys, look for buys. Keep it simple. Again, you want to enter sales off resistance and the buys off support. So again, like y'all said, this is when they're down, so we only want to look for sales. And now we're going to be breaking down how to identify if the downtrend is going to continue, also the signs of a possible reversal coming into play. Because again, before we can take any trade, we have to figure out which one of these 3 cycles price is in. All right, put a 1 in the chat that makes sense, put a 2 of a loss draw. Put a 1 in the chat that makes sense, put a 2 of a loss draw. I'm going to catch us through the chats, and then once I catch us through the chats, we're going to keep it going. Sales. Yeah, exactly. Looking for sales. How do you see Euro USD? I'll look at that later. All right, so I'm going to do this breakdown first. Get started in the first part of the breakdown, and then we're going to be looking at LAC, and then we're going to be looking at Euro USD. But I went over that during the London session live earlier as well. So we can see if things changed, but if it's like any of these other charts, I doubt too much has changed. But we can look at that stuff as well. All right, so I'm going to catch you to the chat, and I'm going to keep it pushing. Give me 1 second. Got alerts going off. Let's see what's going down. All right, give me 1 second. I got to put my other charts up. But yeah, like I said, all the stuff we're going over right now, I got videos breaking all this stuff down on YouTube. So make sure to check that out. YouTube in the bio, for Instagram in the bio, all that good stuff's in the bio. All right, cool. And all right, bam. Let me see what you're talking about on TikTok. I'm caught up on YouTube. Let me see what you're talking about on TikTok. Not sure how far down. Yeah, you're not gonna know how far down just looking at the charts, right? You can kind of gauge it, but you'll be able to kind of figure out like where price might go when you have these key price levels marked out, right? That's how we're able to, again, we look at this TP. As soon as price hit that level, what happens? The reaction. Same thing with our entry, right? Same thing with our entry here. Same thing with our TP here. We go to the buys. Same thing with the buys. Entries, TPs here, right? Just like our entry here, TPs here. So the first part is understand how to read the charts, but once you figure out how to identify these key price levels and all that good stuff, and then you can kind of project where price can go before the next possible retracement or the big major retracement or major pause, right? You see price dropped here, showed here, retraced, same level went for a sell at, that's what price did, dropped at the same level, similar reaction, dropped, similar reaction. And then one that really shows how exaggerated it is when we look at NAS100. I look at NAS100. Mainly the sell side. But we can kind of see what those buys. All right, look right here. Price did this pump up. Then where price did this pump at, where price was treating low as resistance, retested, treat as support, pumped up. Look how it reacts to my next key price level. Consolidates here, so volume picks up and pushes up. The next entry, consolidated. It looks a little off here because I fixed my levels this week. But consolidated here, that pushed up at this level. And let me try to find another one. Here's another good one. So again, you see how we can kind of project where price is going when we have these key price levels marked off. But that's skipping steps. The first part we got to understand first is how to read the charts. So that's what we're going over right now. So again, you're not going to know 100% how far price is going to go know that 100%. But what you do know is what direction you need to go for, position-wise, and what direction price is going overall. That's the most important stuff. Because again, the goal is not to catch every pip in the market. The goal is just to figure out what's the highest probability, highest quality setup. Which, if we're in a downtrend, we look for sells. You get what I'm saying? All right, so let's go ahead and break this stuff down. Shout out to everybody still staying here. I know some people hopped off, but it is what it is. Those still listening, y'all about to get some good information right now. Like I said, I didn't forget about LAC and Euro USD, but we're going to break this down and we can tie it all together. Like I said, this is how you read any chart. So only time frame, we see clear lows, so we're going to be looking for sells. Now we're going to talk the rules for the downtrend to continue, and the first rules and confirmations that possible reversal can come into play. So we're going to break all this stuff down. All right. So for price to continue the downtrend, we need to see a few things happen. So first, you gotta understand how the downtrend works. Again, it consists of lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So for the downtrend to continue, we need to see what? A lower low, right? So now we go back to NAS. So for the downtrend to continue, we need to break this previous lower low, treat this level from support to resistance, and see the next low get made. The first signs that the reversal could come into play is if price breaks this resistance level, starts treating it as support, and it starts to make a higher high. If we see that happen, again, after the retest and price treats it as support, if we see that happen, we can see the possible reversal come into play. But again, we're still looking for sells. So we're either going to look for sells in this area right here, or we're going to look for sells below this area right here. So now let's hit the play button, and we're going to see what price does. So let's zoom in a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. But now we're going to hit the play button, and we're going to see what price does. I'll make sure I'm not missing. Okay, caught up on YouTube. So let's hit the play button, and we're going to see what price does. You see how I literally tapped? You saw me mark this level off. Yeah, you saw me mark this level off. You saw me break it down, and you literally see how price retraced, tapped that level, rejected, and now it's trying to attempt to treat the support level as a resistance. For the one in the chat, you saw what price just did. Put a 2 if I lost you. For the one in the chat, you saw what price just did. Put a 2 if I lost you. Ones. GJ, big fall. I wouldn't really call it a big fall, but I kind of understand if you're looking on a smaller time frame. It rejected that level. So we're going to see how it reacts to the next few levels. We got a few pips on it. But like I said, it already did a big move during Sunday's Tokyo session. So he was in a lot. I think he was. But I don't know if he was. But you watched the Monday session live stream. I literally said it did a big move. So it's either going to try to consolidate or it's going to end up retracing the next session. And that's what price did. It did that big move Sunday night going into Monday. And then it consolidated on the daily level. You can pull it up actually. Let's pull it up. We went over this in the London session live stream. So we watched the Sunday chart analysis last night. I watched the Sunday chart analysis last night. I went over GJ, EJ, I went over the indices and gold and all that stuff. So I said if price can hold 185.50 as support, we can see buys going to 185.80. Price did exactly that 2 hours after I dropped the video. And then during the London session live earlier today, I was saying we're still going to look for buys. But if you look at the day, well, you can't see it anymore. But the daily candlestick was a full green candlestick all the way up here, which is a huge daily candlestick. And it was literally only one session in. So usually, again, we look at all these candlesticks, right? We don't really see any abnormally large candlesticks like this all the time. They're usually around this size. So for price to already be a full-size candlestick, just one session in, is going to do one or two things. It's going to either consolidate like it did, or it's going to do what it's doing right now, which is retrace. Because again, after they did that big move, he was probably trying to hop into buys. Some people, we caught a couple TPs, but if people didn't secure profits, you would have got messed up and caught in a buy trap or liquidity, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that's to be expected because that thing did fly up Friday as well, going into Sunday. But yeah, we went over all that earlier today as well. But again, let me catch you to the chat. So again, it was very simple. For the down to continue, we need to see this support level get broken, tree as resistance. For the uptrend to possibly continue, we need to see price break this level, tree as support. Like I said, since we're bearish, we're going to look for sells here or look for sells here. So what would have happened if we went for sells here? Well, let's take a look at it. We can clearly see how when price hit this level, it retraced, which is why I said we want to wait for it to either break that level, trade as resistance, or go for a sell here. So what would have happened if we patiently wait for price to retrace or went for a sell here? Stop loss would have been like right here. So this would have been a 1 to 7, 1 to 6 risk reward, depending on where you put your stop loss. But that's personally where I would have put my stop loss at. So that easily, you would have caught a huge 1 to 7 risk reward setup. Obviously, this wouldn't have happened at all. I don't think this happened all in one day. Yeah, this took a couple of days to do the but even if you would have closed the first day, that still would have been a 1 to 5 risk reward setup, which is not bad at all. You see what I'm saying? And what would have happened if you would have went for a buy here just because price was green 2 days in a row? You would have got messed up. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you want to follow the flow of price. For the one that chart that makes sense, put 2 if I lost y'all. For the one that chart that makes sense, put 2 if I lost y'all. And while y'all typing y'all's questions or putting 1 and 2 in the chat, let's go ahead and go over those other charts I said we're going to look at. So we're going to pull up LAC, and then we're going to go over USD. So again, the same rules apply on anything with charts. So I'm going to pull this up really quick. So looking at LAC, we can see that we are what? We are bearish. We have bearish momentum. How do we know we have bearish momentum? Obviously, one, we see a huge drop to the downside. We see way more red than green. On the more technical side, we see a lower low, lower high, lower low. Then price failed to make a lower low here. So when I talk about price failed to make a lower low, it's going to reject to the upside. That's what price did here. But did price make a higher high? No, it did not. So since price failed multiple days to make a higher high, we could see a possible reversal come into play. So there's a couple things that can happen this week with LAC. We're going to break that down right now. Again, this is the daily time frame. So we're going to work a few levels also, we can break this down. So we got a support resistance level here that's kind of respecting a support at around $7, 690. Now if we continue to hold that level as support, we can see possible buys going up to $7.30, if not $7.50. But like I said, we kind of got bearish momentum because price fell a higher high. So unless price breaks past 730, I don't really expect it to hit 760 or beyond. So I'm leaning more towards sells. But for me personally, go for a sell position, I'll need to see price break below 690, 685. And if we can hold that level as resistance, then we can see sells going down to what is this level, like 640. So now we're about to mark those levels I talked about, and then we're going to go on a small time frame so you can see why I say those levels, and then we'll see how it kind of makes sense. All right, so we're marking those levels off. Boom, boom, boom. Now we're going to go into the smaller time frame because, again, we did our analysis off the daily. So now we're going to the smaller time frame. And we can clearly see here how price treat these levels as support resistance. And we can see here how after price failed to break this high to the left that first time, that second time, like I said, then it was the bearish momentum. If you would have went for a sell right here, depending where you would have put your stop loss at, whoops, that's not what I meant to grab. I meant to grab this. I would put my stop loss like right here. So this would have been a decent 1 or 2. It did the same move twice. It did it this day, hit this level, just like how I had a similar reaction here, had similar reaction here, here, here. You could have got literally the same move twice. Right, so if price can break past this level, treat as resistance, we can see possible sells continue down. That's what I see with LAC. Now, as far as Euro USD, let's see where the likes are at. Pretty sure the likes are at 8K likes. We lost a few people, but it is what it is. I usually lose people when I break down the charts. People don't want to listen to that stuff, but that's the important stuff because, again, you make money based on what the charts do. So you don't want to take time to understand what the charts are doing. You're going to struggle trading. But it is what it is. Shout out to everybody still in this live. So looking at Euro USD, like I said during the live stream earlier today, we do have some bullish momentum, but price has kind of just been ranging as well. So I wouldn't really look for buys unless price can break and hold 710, 715 as support. If price can do that, then I'd look at price going to 750. And I personally wouldn't look for sells unless price holds below like 570, 560. We got 8K likes, y'all. We all spin tap the screen. We're not going to get it at the first 5 seconds, but let's get the 10K likes, y'all. Let's get the 10K likes, y'all. Let me make sure I'm on the comments. You got any questions up in the chat? Ones. All right, cool. All right, so we're gonna keep it pushing. And again, all the stuff we're breaking down, we got videos on YouTube breaking all this stuff down. All right, so again, we're still bearish. We didn't make a lower low though. We need a lower low to get made for the downtrend to continue. So we didn't get a lower low made yet. So we need a lower low to get made for the downtrend to continue. But we're still looking for sells. Same rules apply. Price breaks this level, treats as resistance. We can see the downtrend continue. If price breaks this support level, excuse me, the price breaks this resistance level, treats as support, we can see the uptrend possibly come into play. But again, we didn't see a lower low get made here, so that's showing some exhaustion to the downside. But we're still going to be looking for sells because we're still in the bearish cycle. We're still in the bearish cycle. We don't see any higher highs getting made, so we're still going to be looking for sells. So let's hit this play button, and we're going to see what price does. And again, this is NAS100 on a daily time frame. This is NAS100 on a daily time frame. You see what price just did? Literally tapped the same level, and look what price did. Dumped to the downside. So what would have happened if you would have went for a buy right here? You would have got messed up again. But this time it did the full dump in one day. But you see what happens when you still go for sells? You see what happens when you still go for sells? But again, we still didn't break this level. So for the downtrend to continue, we still need this level to get broken. So there's still bearish momentum, but we haven't seen a lower low get made yet. Right? So the same rules apply. So now we got a little bit of consolidation going on. Right? We don't see any lower lows getting made. We don't see any higher highs getting made. So when I talk about with consolidation, what did I say you have to do with consolidation? You want to wait. There goes my dog going crazy. She keeps going out with it, but she should be fine. So when you see consolidation, you want to wait for price to break above that level, treat that support, go for buys, and break below that level, treat as resistance, and go for sells. Right? So again, the same rules apply. That's the support level, that's the resistance level. Right? When this level gets treated as resistance, look for sells. This level gets broken, treated as support, we can look for buys. So let's hit the play button and see which side of the coin price is going to go on to. While we're doing that, let me make sure we're not missing anything. Give me 1 second. If you got any questions, drop them in the chat. Charts, drop them in the chat. But let me double check the charts I'm actually looking at to see what they're talking about as well. And gold is showing us another example why we wanted to wait for that confirmation. Because look, what would have happened when we went for a sell? We'd be in an unnecessary drawdown and at risk again of potentially hitting a stop loss. So again, did price hold that level as resistance? No, it did not. So that's why you want to wait. Now, price can still try to push back down, but you see how price hit that level and still failed to hold it as resistance. So that's why it's important to just patiently wait for confirmations. Right? That's why it's important to just patiently wait for confirmations. Give me 1 second. Ones. I'm going to look through the YouTube and look for videos explaining how to mark the lows. Those are going to be the support resistance videos. So just tunnel vision on the support resistance supply demand videos. Those are the videos where I go to low. Like I said, step by step and all that good stuff. That's what I do on the back end. But like I do have videos going over it. Just how I personally do it step by step. I don't have a video on that. That's for the members and all that good stuff. But I have a bunch of videos going over support resistance. I have a bunch of videos going over support resistance. I have like at least 4 videos, if not more.
The holidays start here at Rise with a variety of options to celebrate traditions old and new.
Matter of fact, if you hop into the YouTube live, I'm gonna drop a couple of those in the YouTube live right now. So let me drop a few of those in the YouTube live right now. But I have a bunch of videos breaking down support resistance. But we literally see how price these rules. And we're just getting started. So let me find a couple of the support resistance videos so I can drop those in the chat for y'all. Let me drop another one. You guys got any questions? Drop in the chat. When we look at these charts, drop in the chat. I'm trying to find one more video, support resistance video, and they're gonna keep it pushing. Yeah, but I got like at least 4 videos looking at support resistance. And they all are they're similar, but I go about them in different ways. So definitely watch them. I just dropped a couple in the YouTube chat. So I'm gonna catch you to the chat and I'm gonna keep it pushing. Appreciate everybody spamming that screen. We got 5 people in here. Let's get the 10K likes, y'all. We all spam tap the screen for 5 seconds so we can get to that easily. I understand looking at big wicks and reversal points as support resistance. Would a wick the wick where it retests be the best confirmation? No, you want to, it's not even a wick necessarily important, but look right here. See how price kind of failed to hold this level as support, failed to make a lower low, rejected that level. Then we look right here. Price showing is holding it as support, as resistance. Like you literally see price holding it as resistance, right? Just like when we went for buys. Right, just like when we went for buys. Price broke this level, waited for price to again show it's being treated as support. Then wow, the same exact level we went for a sell. Waited for price to break this level off the retest, treat as resistance. That's when for the sell. So the wick can be the first sign, but it's not necessarily just the wick. But the wick's the first sign, yeah, but it's not just the wick. Like you literally want to see price, just like how that's why I used this. That's why I use this. You literally want to see price do this. You want to see price bounce off that level. You want to see price bounce off that level. That's literally how price, and we literally just saw price do that right here. That's literally how price works. So that's what you want to look for. And then we go on a smaller time frame. Again, we just see price drop. Once price broke that level, this one for the sell. Look at that big ass drop. And again, it only takes time as well because it's not going to react the same way every single time. There's a few ways it's going to react to these levels. That's why I stress like these videos are going to help y'all, but y'all gotta look at the charts on your own free time as well. Because again, this is a bar replay, so this is going to help y'all a little bit, but y'all got to see price in real time. You got to see price in action in real time before you actually get an eye for what price is trying to do and what the candlesticks are going to potentially be looking like the next couple of candlesticks. You got to be looking at price in real time. I find the ones that are most significant are Q. Yeah, those are Q. Appreciate all the likes. Yeah, TikTok is shadow banning your boy. But shout out to everybody still in here. I'm gonna figure all this stuff out this week though. I didn't trip too much about it. So we're gonna keep it pushing. So again, the same rules apply. We're going to hit the play button and we're gonna see what price does. We're gonna hit the play button and we're gonna see what price does. Let me just make sure I'm not missing any chats really quick. We're caught up on YouTube. Shout out to everybody watching on the YouTube live. All right, cool. So we're gonna hit the play button and let's see what price does. So you see how price made that lower low? So again, you see how price is still following these rules. We're going to look for buys. We're still looking for sells. Now, imagine we try to go for a buy because last 2 times price hit this level, it shot up. So I should go for a buy here. What would have happened if we would have went for a buy here? We would have got messed up. So that's why you want to never try to predict the reversal. Wait for price to show you it's going to reverse because price is always going to show you what it's trying to do. So again, you're not trying to predict what price is potentially going to do, but in a sense you are, right? So you just want to follow these rules. Again, for a downtrend, only look for sells. And when you follow these rules, as you can see, day after day, doesn't matter. We're on the daily time frame, we still see the actual structure. So we follow the trend on the daily. We go then on the smaller time frames to to look for our entries and all that good stuff. For the one in the chat that makes sense, put a 2 if a lost drop. For the one in the chat that makes sense, put 2 if a lost drop. And in a second, we're going to keep it playing, but in a second, like I said, we're going to be tying this all together with trades we've taken recently and how these rules apply. All right. But first, I want to show y'all like an easy one so y'all kind of understand what you're looking at and how to, identify the stuff, and then real-time stuff. Because again, we can all agree price isn't always going to be in such a clean uptrend or downtrend. Price isn't always going to be this clean looking. Gold's still playing around. Let me see what the indices are up to really quick. I got any questions, drop in the chat. When looking at your charts, drop in the chat. Looks like the indices are going for around 2 for us. See if they can break that level though. But like I said in the Sunday chart analysis, these next 2 months until really January after New Year's, things are going to be slow a little bit, but there's still going to be some decent setups like we saw earlier last night, we saw last week. So you just got to be real patient and just wait for your confirmation. Appreciate it. I appreciate that drop in. All right, so now we have that real met because again, we want to see price trees as resistance and get the lower low. We saw the lower low get made, so now we're still bearish, right? We kind of see it now. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And we also witnessed a brief consolidation. And do the rules still apply? When price broke the level, treat as resistance, the downtrend continue. We literally see lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, consolidation, broke out the consolidation, made the lower low. And then we go on a smaller time frame, we can see price treat that level from support to resistance, and then we feel that drop to the downside. It's literally that simple, y'all. It's literally that simple, y'all. So now we're still bearish. So now we're still looking for sells. So now we need price to it's going to retrace at some point, right? Because it just dropped for 3 days straight. So now we need to see price treat this level as resistance and break this low to the left for the downtrend to continue. If price treats this level as support and then breaks this resistance level, we can see the reversal come into play. Right? But we're not going to really look for buys unless price breaks this level. We're still looking for sells. If it holds as resistance, we're still looking for sells here. But if price breaks this level, holds as support off the retest, and then we can look for possible buy setups. But right now, we're still bearish. Why? Because we see clear lower lows getting made. And like we talked about earlier, everything showing us sells, we're only going to look for sells. Just like in the upward trend, everything showing us buys, we're only going to look for buys. This is the play button and see what price does. All right, so we had the lower low get made right here. So again, the retracement, lower low got made. So we're still bearish. So now we have a big retracement here. So now we're going to mark off this lower high right here. That's all I'm doing is marking off these lower highs. That's all I'm doing. Marked off this lower high, marked off this lower high. That's all I'm doing. So for the downtrend to continue, we need price to hold this low as resistance and break this low to the left. If price can do that, if price can hold this low as resistance and break this low to the left right here, we can see the downtrend continue. All right. If price breaks this level, holds as support, we can see reversal come into play, especially if it breaks this resistance level, treats this as support. So this is the play button, and we're going to see what price does. This is the play button, and we're going to see what price does. Let me move this down a little bit. All right, people. Saw how I rejected, failed to make a lower low. So looking at price right here. Looking at price right here, do we see a lower low get made here? No. We saw a lower high. Now we're seeing a possible higher high. Right? So now we're either going to wait for price to retest this level or break this level to look for buy setups. But if price breaks back below this low, especially breaks past this lower low, the downtrend could come back into play. Right, so this is the first sign we can see reversal come into play, because again, we broke the bearish cycle. What's the bearish cycle need to have? It needs to have lower lows made. We don't see a lower low made, so it's the first couple signs that we see a possible reversal come into play. Right? And that's why I said sign, because again, you don't want to just jump off the breakout. You want to wait for the retest. Off this retest, the price hold this level. No, what did it do? The bearish momentum continued, broke that level, and then also broke that level, the low to the left. Now, obviously, this wouldn't have happened just like that, but in real time, we would have been waiting for the price to try to hold this level. Now it did one time, but after the next retest, did it hold it as support? No, it did not. You literally see it, broke the level, retested it, treated as resistance, and then dropped to the downside. All right, so maybe this one time you could have went for a nice buy setup. But after the retest, because again, you don't want to treat this level of support, doesn't mean you want to see this price touch and go for a buy again. You still want to wait for the retest. So after the retest failed to hold as support, that's when you could have been like, okay, we might see the bearish momentum come back into play. Right? So even if you didn't catch the sell here, you could have went for the next sell here. You could have caught a nice move here. Put a one in the chat that makes sense. Put a 2 if I lost y'all. Put a one in the chat that makes sense. Put a 2 if I lost y'all. Why y'all putting the 1s and 2s in the chat? Let me know which one of these cycles we're in right now. Let me know which one of these cycles. Are we in the uptrend or consolidation? Let me know in the chat which one of these 3 cycles we're in right now. Let me know in the chat. Like I said, you got any questions, you can drop them in the chat. Let me make sure you're following. All right, Health Family, I see you in here. Yeah, Health Family, those are 2 videos. These are the 2 videos. I don't know if you can see them. I dropped them like 5 minutes before you jumped in here. Or before you put that comment, I should say. These are the 2 videos that go over support resistance. I have more videos, but those are the first 2 I found that go over support resistance. And again, those that had to leave earlier, those that joined late, all the stuff we're talking about, I got videos on YouTube. Put this stuff down. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube, because we don't just live stream every day at London Session 3 and EST on YouTube, but we post weekly content as well. So make sure to check all that stuff out. Ones. All right, cool. Bearish downtrend. Yes, so we're in the downtrend. So got them. Thank you. All right, no problem. Bet. All right, so for the downtrend to continue, we need to see price continue to hold this low as resistance and break this low to the left. All right. For the reversal to come into play, we need price to break this resistance level, treat as support, and make a high attempt to break this resistance level. But as of right now, we're looking for sells. So we're going to look for sells here, or we're going to look for sells here. Let's hit the play button and let's see what price does. All right, so we got a little bit of consolidating here. Still holding this level as resistance, but it's not making a lower low. So that's also showing there's some exhaustion to the downside possibly. But we're still looking for sells. So if we went for sells here, we still would have caught some decent moves here, right? Because those wicks are simply candlesticks on a smaller time frame, which we can see right here. These are just simply candlesticks on a smaller time frame. But it didn't make a lower low. So let's hit the play button and see what price does. Same rules apply. All right, see how I broke that level? So since price broke that level, now we want to go for the retest here, or price break this level and retest here to look for buys. Now, if price breaks back below this level, we can look for sells again. So this is the play button and see what price does. Hit that level. You see, as soon as price hit that level, what happened? You see how price is treating that level as resistance. So it's doing a slight retest, but again, as far as these levels are concerned, there's other levels within this, but for this example, simply not overcomplicate things. We want to look for a buy here. We want to look for a buy here. If price rejects those 2 levels, we can look for sells when the price comes back below this level. For the downtrend to come back into play, we need to see a lower low. Just breaking this low to the left. Right? So we need to see something like this happen. So let's hit the play button and see what price does. So it's attempting to break this level. Saw the retest. So we saw a high, higher low, possible higher high getting made here. So let's see what the price does. Rejected that level. Right, so now we got some consolidation. Same thing applies. So again, not every day is there going to be setups, right? Not every day there's going to be setups on the chart. It's one of those days where I personally wouldn't have probably took any entries because it's kind of consolidating right now. But let's look at the play button and see what price does. So we're going to still wait to see one of those two things happen, one of those three things happen. All right, still consolidating. All right, and then what happened? Price rejected. Right, so now let's break this down. We saw the lower low get made here. Lower low get made here. We saw a high. For the uptrend to continue or start, or for the uptrend to even be an uptrend, what are the rules of the uptrend or bullish cycle? We need to see what? Higher highs get made here. We need to see higher highs get made here. When we look at NAS100, did we see a higher high get made here? No. Remember I said it's about to attempt to make a higher high? Did it make a higher high? No. After it tried the third time, did it make a higher high? No. So if price is failing to go up, it's only got one other option, which is to do what? Go down. That's what happened. Downtrend came back into play. So again, you could have possibly caught sells here, but again, like I was saying, the initial thing we were looking for sells here. So either way, you could have caught some nice pips there. But one in the chat, if you understand what price just did, put a 2 if I lost track. The one in the chat, if you understand what price just did, put a 2 if I lost track. It's literally that simple, though. And you literally see me breaking this down, candlestick by candlestick, pivot by pivot. It's literally that simple, y'all. I'm gonna look at the comments in a second. I'm just looking at these charts really quick. Make sure I'm not missing any setups. And let's look at GJ. So those I was here at least 10 minutes ago. Well, not 10 minutes ago, maybe 30 minutes ago. We was just talking about GJ, right? And price did again. You watched the longest session live stream. You watched the Sunday chart analysis. Price is literally going back as projected. Remember, this was a big blip. Remember, price was all the way down here. Look what price just did. Again, when as projected, you watched the chart analysis. I dropped this at 10:22 p.m. EST last night. Let me turn this down a little bit. I dropped this at 10:22 p.m. EST last night. We go to the chart. Price broke this level at 23:15, which is 11:15. So about an hour after I dropped that video, price did the move I was talking about. And then during the London session live, I said that price can hold this level. We can look for buys, which we did. We caught about like 15, 20 pips a few times. But again, I also said in the London session live stream that it already did a big move for the day. So it's probably going to retrace. And what did price do? It consolidated here for a little bit, retraced, hit those levels. See how the wick hit this level, came back to my daily level where I had this buy set up at. I didn't take this buy. But if I would have took this buy after this candlestick closed, of course, I could have been up. And now price is about to potentially break this level and then finish hitting the other targets I was talking about before. But again, see that bullish momentum. Price did a one drop. I don't know who it was, but someone was talking about GJ's dropping. It did a one drop for 15 minutes, and now look, it's going the opposite direction. But before we can get ahead of ourselves, we still need to see price break this level. But again, we see how these rules are still applying in real time. We see how these rules are applying in real time. And again, the more you look at the charts, the easier it's going to be to understand what price is doing and to kind of, again, predict what price is going to do in the near future. For those I was here like 20, 30 minutes ago, we literally just talked about GJ doing this. And now we see GJ in real time canceling out that one drop it did right now in real time. We literally see that doing that in real time. We also see gold in real time just chilling at this level. Is what it is. Can't do too much about that. But again, I just want to show that really quick. All right, so let me catch up to the comments, and I'm going to keep it pushing. My YouTube is bugged the hell out. Now GJ looks like he's about to try to break that level again. So I'm going to see what the next 15 looks like, because that's what really matters, how this candlestick closes. If it breaks that level, we did get this consolidation here. Looks like it's about to try to break that level. Again, we're just following simply these rules, these 3 chart cycles, and rules for all 3 of those trends and cycles. That's all we're doing. We identify the trend on the daily. Once we figure out what the game plan is, then that's when we're going to follow the time frame to look for our entries. We're into buys off support, into sells off resistance. Ones. Cool. Appreciate all the likes too, y'all. Shout out to everybody still in here. So now that we kind of understand how price works, now we're going to tie that together with some trades we took recently. All right, so we're going to cancel this. We're going to move all 6 drawings. All right. So we're going to break this down right here. All right, this is NAS100 again. Let me type this up. So we're going to do this example, and then we're going to tie it together. Like I said, you got any questions, drop in the chat. Appreciate all the likes, y'all. Let's get to 12K likes while we're doing this, because we're literally breaking this down pivot by pivot, candlestick by candlestick. This is NAS100. All right, cool. All right, this is NAS100 on a daily time frame. So looking at NAS100 right now, which one of these 3 cycles are we in? Uptrend, bullish, downtrend, bearish, or consolidation? Which one of these 3 cycles are we in? Uptrend, bullish, downtrend, bearish, or consolidation? Which one of these 3 chart cycles are we in? Let me know in the chat. Which one of these 3 chart cycles are we in? Appreciate the like, drop in. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out TikTok. I might have to do what I said I was gonna do during London session, because they messing with. So I think they're messing with my phone. Not like hacking my phone or anything. But you know how like certain apps, I think it's like the IP address or something like that. Like they can recognize your phone. So if you're using the app on that phone or that phone number, they can like either block you and stuff like that. Because even my non-trading pages, because I have a few other pages that I run, but after I got that message on Friday, you're going to see what I'm talking about. Even my non-trading accounts have been affected view-wise as well. So it's like they're just like, yeah, we're gonna mess your whole screw it. Anything on this phone, we're not letting you push on. So I might have to really get a whole new phone and number and all that stuff. So I might do that this week. See if that changes anything. All right, downtrend. Let me put it back up. Downtrend. Yeah, so we're in the downtrend. So since we're in the downtrend, that means we only want to look for sales. All right, so since we're in the downtrend, that means we only want to look for sales. So for the rules of the downtrend to continue, we need to see price continue to hold this level as a resistance, which we see price doing in real time. And we need to see price break these lows to the left, which is this lower low. Right, so we need price to hold this low as resistance, break this lower low, treat this low from support to resistance for the downtrend to continue. If price breaks this level off the retest, treats as support, and tries to make a higher high, we can see the possible reversal uptrend come into play. So let's hit the play button and let's see what price does. All right, we see a little retest. We see price holding that level of support. So let's see what happens. All right, rejected. Still treating this level as support. All right, so now we got a little bit of consolidation like beforehand. So again, we're waiting for price to break out. We're waiting for price to do one of 2 things. Either break out above, trade as support, go for buys, break out below, trade as resistance, go for sells. So that's what we got going on with NAS right now. So we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens. All right, broke that level. So we're going to play it a little bit. All right. So look at that price right here. Again, like I said, we did a simple one. And now we're looking at, well, this is like what happened literally like last month or so. But again, this is the not so simple one. The other one was pretty simple, pretty clean. But now we see something like this, right? So again, what are the rules of the downtrend? We We need to see lower lows get made. Gold looking unsure what it's trying to do. It's not necessarily unsure. It's just ranging right now. It's just ranging right now. That's all it's doing. So again, you just need to understand what you need to look for, right? We are bearish right now. We had a lower low get made the week beforehand or 2 weeks ago, and then last week we had the lower high into the lower low get made last week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. This was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This was Monday, Tuesday. We had the first lower low made. Wednesday, Thursday, we had the lower high. Friday, we had the lower low get made. So we are bearish. We're literally on a support level right here. And I don't know if you're in the free signal room, but if you're not in the free signal room, you're on YouTube. So if you're not in the free signal room, hit the link in the description. Interesting. I wouldn't doubt that's what they're doing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, because again, I have like a bunch of different pages I run that aren't even related to trading, and they all are not getting views. Like I remember I posted one the other day. You know, 2 of my pages yesterday, and they both got 0 views. And it's TikTok. It's almost, you don't even need to put hashtags to get views. So they literally like stop my stuff from getting reached out. Even when I posted on this page, I haven't posted on this page in months. And even on this page, I didn't get any views. So I think that they're literally stopping my account. But yeah, so DXTJ, this is for you. Downtown Texas, maybe, right? So if you watch the Sunday chart analysis I dropped last night, I went over gold. I also went over the London session live stream earlier today. Right now, we're waiting for price to do one of 2 things: break the support level, treat it as resistance. The support level is at 1934. We want to see if it can break that level, trade resistance, look for sales going to 1920. Or we want to see price retrace back up to the resistance level at 1948 and look for sales. So that's all you got to worry about. All you got to worry about is waiting for price to one of those 2 levels. So again, it's not that it's unsure what it's trying to do. It's just ranging right now. That's like, don't think too deep about it. Just understand that that is the game plan as of now until the bearish cycle is broken. Right now, we see clear lower lows getting made. So until the bearish cycle is broken, we only want to look for sells, just like last week. We only want to look for sells last week, right? So that's all that's really going on. We can literally see right here, just ranging. But that's what a lot of charts are doing right now. So again, it's just a patience game. You just gotta patiently wait. It's just a patience game. That's all trading is. It's literally just gotta be patient. Especially this time of year, like I said, this is when we see like a lot of the things slow down. And looking at GJ, look at GJ again, doing exactly what we talked about. Again, doing exactly what it talked about. So what do you think people did when GJ did that drop? Went for sells. What happened immediately after that one huge red candlestick? It went exactly as projected. And where did it react at? The same level I mentioned, not just London session, but last night during the Sunday chart analysis. Literally, watch the Sunday chart analysis. I said these price levels. Literally rejected, hit the same level, shot up, and now it's doing the same exact move again. And now it's about to possibly hit the rest of the TPs, and then possibly hit on one of these 630. Again, following the flow of price. Why was I talking about buys? We go on the daily time frame. What do we see on GJ? Again, we're literally seeing these rules get followed. We're literally seeing the fake outs on a smaller time frame, and we're literally seeing these rules get followed in real time. What do we see here? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. We're literally seeing these rules get followed in real time. We literally saw a fake out happen in real time. We literally see this stuff happening in real time, bro. This is how the price works. Put one in the chat and see what I'm talking about. Put a 2 of our lost but we literally see price doing what I talked about earlier. So really quick, I gotta let the members know what's going on really quick as we're not in the live stream. I said, drop your question. Got any questions? Drop in the chat. When looking at the charts, drop in the chat. But yeah, literally, we're literally seeing these rules followed in real time. But let me let the members know what's going down real quick. My bad, y'all on YouTube. Give me 1 second, y'all. This is part of the membership. I gotta update. I'm not just doing it right now just because this is what I would have done if I wasn't live anyways. I'm gonna let the free channel know as well what's going down. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. When you need charts, drop them in the chat. We're gonna get this pushing in a second. Yeah, you literally just saw that fake I have. That's why I tell y'all to follow the floor price. Keep your eye on the prize. What would have happened if it was impatient because price consolidated its entire time? As soon as you see a big candlestick after a bunch of small candlesticks, most people would have got excited, started going for sales. And guess what that thing? It literally canceled out that move. And now it's going back to business as usual. So that's why I always stress to follow the flow of price, wait for confirmations. All right, but we're going to catch you to the chat, and then we're going to finish breaking down NAS100 and all this good stuff. Okay, thanks, bro. It makes sense how you put it. I'm glad, bro. And yeah, just again, all the stuff we're breaking down, I got a bunch of videos. I'm assuming you joined late, so check out these messages I'm putting on the screen. Scroll up in the live chat. I dropped a few videos going over. The top 2 videos are going over how to read the charts, the trend, and all that stuff. And then the second 2 videos I dropped is going over support, resistance, and all that. And then those on TikTok, unless you join the YouTube live, you can't see those links. But if you hit the link in the bio, the YouTube's there, and you can see literally all my videos. So again, I'm not hiding anything from y'all either. All right, so we're going to break down this NAS thing. Let me make sure I'm not missing any comments on TikTok's side, even though TikTok is shadow bans your boy. All right, cool. I see you in here, Drop. I see you in here, stay bound. I see y'all still in here. Shout out to everybody still watching this. We're going to break this stuff down. So again, the rules of the downtrend is we need to see lower lows get made. You do not see lower lows getting made no more on NAS. You see what I'm saying? So that is why we started to go for what during this time? Buys, right? Again, these lines right here is just me indicating the points we need to see the trend continue at or the reversal happen. This isn't my key price levels like if we pull up, gold or GJ. These are completely different levels. I just want to make that clear. So we're going to go to my actual NAS chart, and then we're going to show you what we did during this time. All right. So just zoom out really quick. So this is where we're at right here. We're literally right here. This is where we're at right here. This is literally where we're at. This is what NAS100 is looking at on this bar replay. Same thing. Look at the dates. October 11th. October 11th. Same exact thing, right? So when we look right here, you see when price was bearish, what do? We only looked for sales. And when we zoom in, you can see literally we caught daily candlestick at the daily candlestick. We caught the entire lower low here, caught the entire lower low here. Did we go for buys on this green candlestick? No. Why not? We was bearish. Did we go for sells on this green wick? Yes. Did we catch TVs? Yes. Why? Because we were bearish. So when you follow the flow of price, not only will you be able to predict the direction price is going for the day and the week, but you'll be able to catch the entire move each day as well. So I get questions all the time like, how was you able to catch 70 pips? Or I get what probably helped my account get reported and banned, almost 3K, was people be like, oh, that's impossible. You're lying. Like, you go into my YouTube shorts or some of my, well, I can't say TikTok no more. The shit got banned. I'm not even trying to be funny. I just keep forgetting. So you go to my Instagram or my YouTube shorts, you'll see a lot of comments. Not anymore, but back in the day, people used to be like, oh, you're bullshitting. Why are you lying? Blah, 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 blah. Why? Because, again, a lot of people aren't teaching you all this stuff. A lot of people aren't doing this stuff. What do most people do? They see price go one way, they follow it, right? It's just like a cat with a laser on the wall. They just follow that thing. They even run into the wall, try to catch that laser. You know what I'm saying? Some dogs do that shit too, but you get what I'm saying, right? So same thing here. We was bearish, went for a sell here. Price started consolidating. You can see we didn't go for any setups because, again, we was waiting for those rules to get met. But once price failed to make a lower low, did we go for buys here? Yes, we sure did. Why? Because, again, the downtrend got broken and we was bullish. Right? So, again, all this stuff we're breaking down is literally how we catch these moves, and this is literally what we did during those times. Right? So, now we're going to hit the play button and finish breaking down how to read the charts, and we're going to tie it together with the setups we took in real time and all that good stuff. All right, but now we have bullish momentum. We still don't have a higher low made, but we got bullish momentum. That's one thing we understand. So we got the support resistance level right here. So with the uptrend to continue, we're going to use price to hold this level as support, make a higher high here. There's another level here, but we're going to wait for a pivot so we can mark that off. Right, but again, we wouldn't really look for sells unless price breaks this level, treats as resistance, or breaks this level, treats as resistance. So right now, we're only for buys right now. So we're going to hit the play button. Let me catch you to the chat really quick, make sure I'm not missing anything. But we're going to hit the play button. I'm going to see what price does. Setting my levels on a daily and a 4-hour helped my trading a lot. More better. I usually used to set my levels on a 15 or 30, but it wasn't consistently working all the time. See? This is a YouTube comment. Those on TikTok. See. So you see what I'm saying? The smaller time frames. Don't get me wrong. Like you see, I do look on smaller time frames. You're watching my breakdowns. You're watching my live streams on London session on YouTube. I do look on the smaller time frames, but you have to figure out what direction price is going on the bigger. Because again, the smaller time frames, as we saw, are a lot inconsistent. That's why when people use indicators, they get confused a lot, especially when they use indicators on the smaller time frame. Because again, the smaller time frames are full of fake outs, liquidity sweeps, and literally designed to punish a bunch of traders, right? The bigger time frames are designed to reward those that follow the floor of price, right? Because again, you think of any stat or statistic, any case study, do they reference something that happened 5 minutes ago, 1 minute ago? No, they reference something that happened a week ago, a month ago, a quarter ago, a year ago, years ago, decades ago, right? Or we go into those stock or crypto websites, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to pull up a 1 or 5 minute chart. They're going to pull up at least a 4-hour. Some of the charts automatically pull up a monthly or yearly. There's a reason for that, because that's literally how price moves. Price moves on a day-by-day, week-by-week, month-by-month basis. All right. So again, I'm glad you're seeing the method to the madness. So yeah, like the day before, that's what I do as well. And you said that, so I assume you either heard me say that or you've been in one of the lives before, right? But yeah, the gold levels on my 4-hour, blue levels on my daily, and that's the levels I mark off as well. And again, look at gold. We see gold rejecting. So what would have happened if we would have went for a sell here? We would have been at risk of our stop loss getting hit. Right? So that's why you want to wait for those confirmations. Again, we're seeing all these rules literally show us why we want to follow these rules in real time. We're seeing all this stuff come together in real time, y'all. So all this stuff coming together in real time. All right, so I'm going to put you to the comments, make sure I'm not missing anything. And then we're going to keep it pushing. We're going to have to play button and keep it pushing. Let me just make sure I'm caught up to you're watching your videos for the past 2 weeks. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm just to come this week as well. We're not stopping. We're not stopping. We're not stopping at all. All right, so we're going to hit this play button so we're not stopping. I want to see what price does. All right, so you see how price failed to hold the level of support. What happened? It rejected. We're not exactly bearish yet. Gold just, I feel like that's gold on a chart. That's what YouTube, I don't know how that sounded on the playback. Y'all about to hear what I'm talking about, like 10 seconds goes on YouTube. I think it started like beatbox. I don't know what's going on. But I don't know if that's the actual beat. That don't sound right. I don't know why it sounded like that. That shit did not sound right. All right, so we're gonna hit the play button. So as far as I'm concerned, this is still just a lower high. All right, but we're gonna see what happens. All right, so price failed to break that resistance level and trigger as support again. It failed to treat this level as support again. It's treating the same level as resistance again. So really quick, before we hit the play button, really quick, y'all. What are the rules to the uptrend? Let me turn this down a little bit. What are the rules to the uptrend? We need to see higher highs in there. I appreciate the likes too, y'all. For 5 to 3 people, y'all going crazy on TikTok. I appreciate that. If you're on YouTube, make sure to hit that like button as well. All right. So again, for the uptrend to continue, we need to see what higher highs get made. Looking at NAS100, did we see a higher high get made? Let me know in the chat. This is both TikTok and YouTube. Did we see a higher high get made here? Yes or no? Let me know in the chat. Did we see a higher high get made here? Yes or no? Are y'all answering that? Yep. Look at gold. You exactly as projected. So right now it's baiting people because again they know we want to look for sells. Even on the people in the smaller time frame, you can clearly see a downtrend here. So they know people are looking for sells. So they're baiting right now. And then again on the other side, things do slow down these last 2 months. Again, what's happening next week or 2 weeks from now? That's when endless holidays come. We got Thanksgiving, we got some other shit going down. Then December comes, we got all the holidays, we got Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, some other stuff I can't remember. We got a bunch of stuff popping up. And then not even to forget, let's rewind. What's the day after Thanksgiving? We got Black Friday. And what's the Monday after that weekend? Cyber Monday. We got a whole bunch of stuff. But anyways, again, this is just showing you why you want to be patient and wait for the confirmations. GJ just, let me see what GJ is talking about. Why you use the read test. All right, cool. So let me see what y'all said in the chat. Again, the initial question was, the NAS make a higher high here? Let me see what y'all talking about. Chinese New Year, that too. Yeah, Adios Crunchy. Let me know. Yeah, that was literally that part of the music. Like, I skipped it and now it sounds better. Let me know if the mic sounds better now. But yeah, I don't know what happened with the playback on the music, and now it's sounding smooth. So I think it's literally just that part. Because I feel like earlier in the stream when we hit that part during London session, the same thing happened. Is it worth trading? I mean, it hasn't hit our level, so it's not that it's not worth trading. It just hasn't hit our levels. So again, if we're only going to enter trades once our confirmations are met. If our confirmations aren't met, we're not going to enter any trades. So it's not necessarily if it's worth trading or not. It's just it's not time to take a trade yet. You get what I'm saying? It's not that it's not worth trading or not. It's just not time to take a trade yet. It's just not time to take a trade yet. All right, so let me see what you're talking about. No. Oh, you're talking about holidays. Most holidays, I always advise to not trade those pairs that are on holidays, bank holidays, because markets are really going to be slow during those times. That doesn't mean it's not going to be any setups, but as far as like Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, all that stuff, I would not trade, because if it was anything like last year, I was on those charts during the time and price was dead. Usually holiday days, bank holiday days, there's still some setups, but those holidays, that's when literally, like, we can pull up Forex Factory right now. You'll see what I'm talking about. That's when everything is closed. Like, every country, at least not everyone in the country, but you know what I mean, but every country celebrates those major holidays. So like everything's dead during those times. So there's like no volume, right? So we fast forward to let's look at November 1st. They don't even have it. Wait, what day is no? I don't celebrate holidays like that, so I don't even know. Oh, here it is. Okay, yeah. So now let's go to Christmas and all that stuff. So we're gonna go to next month. Bam, bam, bam. All right, so we're at the 23rd. All right, Christmas is the 25th. Come on, Ray, get it together. All right, so look at this. We're on Christmas, the 25th, Monday. Look at that. Everything's silver. You don't ever see everything silver. Even on the 24th, we got New Zealand, Australia holiday. Shout out to y'all too. I don't know what the holiday is, but shout out to y'all too. So you literally see silver. So markets are going to be dead. Everything's on a holiday that day. So there's going to be like no volume at all. So yeah, as far as Christmas is concerned, all that stuff, that's one of the few holidays I don't even be on the charts. Because last year I tried it. And yeah, this year, everything's going exactly as it was last year so far, as far as volume and stuff. So I'm assuming this year's going to be the same thing. Right? So yeah, Christmas, you see everything silver, right? Even Tuesday, the 26th, we still see a bunch of stuff silver. So it's going to be dead that Monday and that Tuesday. These will pick up Wednesday, but still going to be kind of dead these 3 days. I did trade these 3 days last year at this time as well. But then look, Then we look at December 31st of January, New Year's. Again, silver, silver, silver. But if we go to a second and third, I remember literally, because if I'm not mistaken, last year the third was on a Monday or some shit. It was the beginning of the week, but I remember on the third, things went back to business as usual. And we also have the regular news event. So again, that week, that December to New Year's, shit's gonna be dead that week. And then the Thanksgiving week, things are gonna be slow as well. It's not gonna be completely dead as far as New Year's and Christmas, but as you can see, every country celebrates that shit for the most part. So those are gonna be the super dead days. Now, any other bank holiday day, all you have to do is just trade another pair that doesn't have a bank holiday. But as you can see, when it comes to those holidays, every bank's closed those days. So yeah, I wouldn't trade Christmas. I will not trade Christmas Eve. I will not trade the day after Christmas, New Year's Eve, New Year's. I will not trade at all. But after New Year's, new quarter starts, New Year starts, things are literally back to business. So that's how it went last year. No higher high. Let me see what y'all saying on TikTok. First time I've seen. So yeah, it's literally only like that around that time. What's going on, Daryl Smith? I see you in here. All right, so yes, like I was saying, no higher high was made. So there was no higher high made. That's the first sign that there's bearish momentum. The second attempt came, rejected again this day, right? So now we're going to be looking for some possible sell setups. So now we're going to hit the play button, and let's see what happens coincidentally after we saw price fail to break that resistance level, treat as support, and we failed to see a higher high get made. Let's hit the play button. Let's see what price does. Look at that. Drop down, right? So now we got the bearish momentum back into play. And again, why did we see the bearish momentum come back into play? Because again, price failed to make a higher high, which is the rules of the uptrend. What's the rules of the downtrend? The rules of the downtrend is what? Lower lows. We go back to NAS. What do we see here? Lower low, lower high, lower low. Oops, you see how that works? Let's get rid of that. You see how that works? So now we're bearish. So for the downtrend to continue, we need price to treat this level from a support to resistance. All right. For the reversal to come into play, price will need to break this level, treat as support, and ultimately break this level up here. So let's hit the play button. Let's see what price does. Look at that. Look at that. You see how that works? Now, what would have happened? You would have went for buys here just because price shot up 2 days in a row. We see it happen all the time. And people in the comments say it all the time. Now, listen, no shot at y'all in the comments. It is what it is. I used to do the same thing when I was first learning how to trade. But look what happened. That thing wicked and rejected and went the other way. We got caught in y'all's fake outs, liquidity sweeps, all that good stuff. That's why you want to follow the flow of price. Now, what would have happened if you would have entered right here? What would happen if you would enter right here? Boom. Top loss. So probably would have put it right here. So this would have been a nice 1 to 4 restore setup. So that's simply having some patience. Because we can see here, that's the only time price hit that level. But guess what? People would have saw this. They would have probably went for buys right here. Would have got messed up. That's why you want to follow the flow of price. For the one in the chat that makes sense, put a true or loss drop. For the one in the chat that makes sense, put a true or loss drop. And we go to the actual NAS chart. I mean, you can see that that's what we did. Right? We went for the buys here when we was trying to see if price was going to break that level. After price failed to break that level, we caught a few pips here. And guess what? As soon as price broke that level like we was talking about, we started going for the sells. Did we go for the buys here? No, we went for the sells there, right? We went for the sells there. And we did the same for SPX. And those that was in the London session live streams during this time, those days, we literally broke the stuff down. And not only that, but I called the SPX move doing that. I called the NAS moves for the members. And then I believe I called the SPX moves in the free signal room. Let me see if those were the days. Let me zoom out. It was the 26th, the 20th. Yeah, I did. So I called the sells for SPX during that day. So we go to the free signal room and we go to that Friday the 20th, which we look right here. This was Friday the 20th right here. And we go to the free signal room. And we go to Friday the 20th of October, that is, October 20th. What do we see right here? We got this SPX. So when do we enter that? We enter that in New York session. Every trade has the date. You see it's October 20th, the time, entry, SL, IPO view to enter the trade, reactions, TPs getting hit. So we caught that sell on Friday. Why did we catch that sell on Friday? Because again, we saw the bearish momentum come back into play. All TPs got hit. We caught 2,900 pips on SPX. Broke this down during the London session live stream. Call us out for free signal. What did we do that next week on the Monday? We caught the sell. All TPs got hit. We caught 3,500 pips. Again, this is the free signal. What did we do on that Wednesday? Caught another sell. What did we do that Thursday? Caught another sell. So we literally caught the entire lower low on when we look at SPX. So this was the Monday, this was the Tuesday, it was that Wednesday, it was that Thursday into Friday. So we literally caught the entire drop. Right? So when we bar replay this, and we put this back on the daily, you can see we caught that. This was that Friday, caught that sell on Friday, Monday, Tuesday. That's when price retraced, just like on NAS. Didn't go for buys, didn't go for sells. What happened Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? Caught the entire lower low. Again, this is another thing of following the rules of price. Same thing with SPX. Caught those ripples here, caught the entire downtrend here. Once price failed to make the higher high, that's when we started going for sells again. And then we caught the entire downtrend, caught this entire lower low, caught the second lower low. That's 3 days of price tanking we caught. 5 days out of the, 4 out of the 5 days we caught sells. Again, just following the flow of price. And we caught the same moves with NAS100 and the advanced place in the same week. Again, we're literally seeing how price follows these rules literally over and over and over again. These are the rules prices follow. These are rules to the markets. Price is always going to follow these rules. So one in the chat that makes sense, but 2 for lost draw. The one in the chat that makes sense, but 2 for lost draw. And again, those that have to leave early or those that join late, everything we're breaking down, I got videos on YouTube going over all this stuff. All right, everything we're breaking down, I got videos on YouTube going over all this stuff. So let me catch you to the comments, and then we're going to keep it pushing. SPX looks like it's about to tease us like gold. Let's see if we can break that level, though. So let me catch you to the comments. We're going to keep it pushing. Again, all we're doing is following these simple rules to the market. Identify the trend, understand the rules to each trend, understand the continuation, possible signs of reversals, enter buys off support, sells off resistance. Just patiently and only go for sells in a bearish downtrend, only go for buys bullish uptrend. And just patiently wait for the setups. All right, let me see what y'all talking about on TikTok. Cool. All right, y'all, it's that simple. All right, so it's gonna be shorter than the usual other days, but that's because I got some stuff to figure out. I got this live unlocked, but I gotta figure out if I just gotta get this account or when I get my new phone and stuff, will things work? All right, so I'm gonna be testing this stuff out later on this week. Like I said, you got any questions? Instagram's in the bio, free signals in the bio, Telegram's in the bio. And again, following these rules is how we always consistently win more than we lose on a weekly, monthly, quarterly basis and have such high win rates. So last week was pretty slow. We went 3-1, 75% win rate, caught 20,755 pips. Let me zoom in so y'all can see that on TikTok. The week before that, we went 8-1, caught 15,392 pips. It was an 89% win rate. Every trade posted has the date, personal entry, SL, TP, time people view to enter the trade, the time the trade was entered, reactions, TPs getting hit. I do the recap of the day at the end of every day. I do the recap of the week at the end of every week. I do recap the month at the end of every month. You scroll to November 1st, you're going to see how we did last month in October. We went 32 wins, only 5 losses, giving us 86% win rate for the month. We got a total of 157,608 pips, 125,674 strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. And then we scroll to October 8th. And again, as you can see, every Sunday we drop that Sunday chart analysis. And we scroll to October 8th, you'll see how we did last quarter on a longer term basis. This is how we did last quarter. July, we took 34 wins, 3 losses. August, 45 wins, 7 losses. September, 27 wins, 4 losses. July, we caught 105,389 pips. August, we caught 219,708 pips. And in September, we caught 60,634. Ending the quarter, 106 wins, 14 losses, giving us 88% win rate. Pitching total of 341,731 pips, 223,385 strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. All right, y'all, all that's in the bio. If you're on YouTube, first link in the description is the free signal room. If you're on TikTok, YouTube's in the bio, free signal room's in the bio, Instagram's in the bio. If y'all want to contact me directly, you can DM me on Instagram at playmaker_way. I respond to all messages. And when you join the free signal room, all you got to go is media or photos. And you can see literally screenshots of the positions I'm in, student results, testimonials, screenshots of the signals, literally over 1,000 photos of receipts on receipts so you can check out and explore for yourselves. All right, so we're going to be back live tomorrow, London session 3 p.m. EST. Let me cut you to the chat, see what y'all talking about. But yeah, I got some stuff to figure out this week. We're going to keep it pushing, though. You look at US30. Yeah, we're going to look at US30. Look at US30. So US30 is going as projected. I went over this in Sunday chart analysis as well. I missed this initial entry, which we did like right before London session. This was London session candlestick right here. But during the Sunday chart analysis, I said we can hold 34,170 as support. We can look for buys going to 34,300, 34,390. And you can see as soon as price retraced, again, this was midnight, 1 a.m. when price did the move. I dropped that Sunday chart analysis at 10:22 p.m. So a whole 3-4 hours before US30 did that move, and it's going as projected. We can also see on the daily time frame how we can also see the higher high literally in action. So again, you see these rules applying. But that's why I see with US30. So now I'm looking for a possible position on SPX in real time and NAS100 also. If they can break those levels, we see SPX and NAS100 are doing a similar move, just waiting for them to break their resistance level. But US30, again, it's got a different level. Did the move a little bit earlier. Again, if it happened during London session, it would have took it, but it happened right before London session. And then as far as US30, as far as SPX 100, they're not really doing exactly what US30 is doing yet. So just patiently waiting on those. And then also gold rejected that level, so nothing we could do about gold. Again, this is another reason why you want to follow those rules and wait for price not just to hit that level, but hold that level. Appreciate all the likes, y'all. Make sure to check out the content on YouTube. I'll be doing some homework today. Thanks, no problem. Health well.